What's up, and welcome back to the Scuffed Ass Podcast for episode number 305. And finally, the bozo's back. I pointed the wrong direction. Where you been?
Places. I've been in the same place I've been, other than a new house.
You say that's not
Same
true.
town.
The office is different. We just can't tell.
Oh,
There's
well,
no light.
that's what I'm saying. I'm in a new house, but other than that, I'm still in the same town.
We're gonna have to get you some decorations and stuff in there. Fucking echoey.
I have some. I just, shit. Yeah, it is very echoey in here, isn't it?
We gotta get you some stuff going on in there.
Yeah.
Maybe get you
Some
a
noise
rug.
dampeners.
Yeah, get you a rug. Maybe some.
It does well. The rug wouldn't do much good because it's carpet. In
Oh,
here,
I didn't know. With the echo, I was assuming it was like hardwood floor. Oh, light.
There, you can
Nice.
see the room a
We
little
gotta get
better.
you some stuff on the walls. Bro's got a bed in his office. That's crazy.
Yep, I do. Well, the baby room. Originally, we were going to have it in the smaller room, which would have been better probably for the setup. But that's going to be baby's room, so this room it is.
Interesting. Okay. Bro does not
Yeah.
want any light in his life.
No, it's too bright with that light on. Unlike my future. Just kidding.
Oof. Ouchie. That's tough.
My future's actually looking fairly bright, so I can't complain.
Oh yeah, what changed about your future?
Well, I don't know if we talked about this before our last podcast, but I had applied for a different position
Right.
for a promotion, basically, at my job. And for those that don't know, I did get that job. So that's helpful because our first house payment is due on the 1st. So, yeah. Yay, debt. I
Yeah.
bet my house payment is cheaper than your rent is, probably.
Oh, probably. Probably. Oh, dude. Well, I've looked into that. The issue is, because I've looked into that for when my lease is up, do I just buy a place? Because I can buy a place that seems way more expensive than what I could afford to and pay around the same amount. The issue is I'll never get approved for a loan because my income is too weird looking. No, I won't, because it'll be like, oh, you made, here's a month where I made, $8,000, and then here's a month where I made $400. That's just how it works. And no bank is going to give me a loan on that, even though I have a decent everything else. It just
Right.
won't happen.
I mean,
And I don't want to.
you
No.
can. I mean, there's ways around. I just don't know if, you can have a spouse or something like that go in on the house with
Yeah,
you.
sure.
Or
I'm
sign
not
off
married yet.
Well, I mean, it could be
Unfortunately.
a mother, it could be a
Yeah,
father,
I
could
know.
be
But
anybody that has a credit score.
yeah, I know. Well, luckily my credit score is really good.
Right.
Weirdly not perfect, and I don't know why, but it's good. Okay, I know why it's not
Well-
perfect, but it's a little lower than I would have thought, and I don't know why.
My credit score is almost 800. I know that.
I can
and
tell you.
it's
Hold
about to
on.
get better because
My
we
bank
have
just
a
tracks it for me now, which is really cool.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah, so it just pops up when I open my bank app.
I just look on Credit Karma usually, but
Yeah. Mine's apparently a 710.
that's not bad.
No.
I mean, that's still good.
Yeah.
Especially since people your age on average have a 500 something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, last time I looked out, mine was like a 780 something. And it'll get higher now that I have a mortgage in my name.
Right.
But yeah. Yep.
I think all
Yeah,
that's
that's tough.
fun, though.
That's the loan. It's funny. That always cracks me up though. you can be like, hey, I paid this amount and I paid $2,000 a month in rent for a year period. Here's the proof. Oh, but I don't qualify for.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but you couldn't pay $1,200 a month for a mortgage. It's like, that would actually be easier, though. What do you mean?
Right. Yeah. Welcome to the housing
it's
market.
so dumb. I'm so upset. Every time I go to Zillow, it unfortunately opens to this same house. There's a house for rent where I'm trying to go in April that is perfect. And it's a house for rent just from a person. So all of the utilities except for internet are included in the price of rent.
Oh.
And it's cheaper than what I pay just for rent right now for everything. And it's a 3-bedroom house. And there's no way it's going to last until April, but God, I'm praying it does.
Well, sometimes it's a locational thing, so
like I'm hoping it's there because oh my God, perfect,
right?
Like actually perfect.
Having a house is nice, you know.
Yeah, because I'm still renting it, but who cares?
Right, but I like space. You don't know how good it feels to like not feel clustered, you know.
Well, here I don't really feel that, but it's because like 90% of the time you cannot tell you have neighbors.
Right.
Like literally the only time you can is if they're loud in the hall as they walk by your door. Like I've never heard my neighbor in the apartments next door ever.
Right.
Or above or below. So like.
Right.
That I don't feel, and like even leaving because nobody's ever around, it doesn't feel like that.
Yeah.
But our brains also operate very differently. So.
All right. Yeah. I've only got one creepy neighbor that I've noticed so far.
They're creepy?
Yes. The dude that lives by himself, and he's got to be in his probably like, I don't know, late 60s, early 70s maybe. And he's across the street from me. And he just I don't know if he needs to get a hobby. That's all I know. Because he'll just sit there in his yard and watch us. Just stare. I'll wave at him. He won't wave back. He'll just stand there staring. And then he got tired of standing outside watching us. So he goes inside. Well, he's got a 2nd-story house. And there's a bedroom on the left side of the house that has curtains. Well, after a while, he gets tired of standing outside watching us, so he'll go in his house, go upstairs, and he'll tie one of the curtains to the side a little bit and sit in the chair with binoculars.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he's that kind of weird.
That's not good.
So it's funny because I live right next to my mortgage lender. And she's lived there a lot longer than I've lived here, you know, obviously, like in this spot. And so I asked her about him, and she's like, yeah, that guy's a little weird, but I think he's pretty much harmless.
Pretty much harmless is a terrifying thought.
So the only thing about it is, you know, during the day we'll have the blinds open or whatever when we're just doing whatever, but later at night because when it's nighttime, you can see into our windows in the front really, really easily.
Sure.
So we have blinds that we close at night so that nosy neighbors can't just see us lounging around in our underwear on the couch, you know.
Sure.
So, but that's not. Other than that, it's been pretty good so far. I don't know how to feel parking in a garage. That's different.
So you've never done that before.
Yeah, my truck's entire life it is spent outside. So being able to get up when it's nice and frosty in the morning or a little snow or something and go outside, walk out one door and into another door and walk and get my pickup and it's, you know, not frosted over. I don't have to worry about cleaning snow or frost or anything like that. And right now, the door, it's kind of sucks because if we squeezed them in there, you could fit 2 vehicles side by side. but it's a tight squeeze. The problem is the door faces towards the alleyway, and there's not enough swing room for a pickup truck to easily swing in there and have two cars parked there. So right now, I'm the only one parking in the garage, and Aspen is parking outside. Yes, you can call me an asshole, but her truck right now does not have a check engine light, so she can start her truck from inside.
Uh-huh.
And my truck has a stupid oil pressure sensor that I still need to change, and so it won't allow me to start my truck from inside the house. So she's been nice enough to be like, well, I can start my truck, so it's not that big a deal. She just lets me park in the garage. So
Piece of shit.
I know. I'm a deadbeat. I get it. Fine.
It's fine. My girlfriend bought us lunch on Sunday, so I'm also a deadbeat. So I get it.
Oh, yep, absolutely.
I get it.
Yep.
Absolute deadbeat. She bought pizza from the pizza place she wanted to go to after I spent way too much money on dinner the night before because I don't know how to read. I went to the store to buy food and misread the label for what these steaks cost. And then they'd already packaged them. So I had to buy them because I don't know how to inconvenience people.
Mm-hmm.
So I spent way more than I wanted to on that dinner.
Well, hopefully the steaks were good.
They kind of were, but I got distracted and overcooked them a little bit. Not bad. Like, they were still fine. They weren't even well done yet. They were just still too done.
Right. They're medium well or medium done or something.
But, like, they weren't well done, so they were still juicy and good. I was just upset because I get mad at myself anytime I make any kind of mistake ever.
It's funny because, like, anytime, like, I don't really eat steak at restaurants anymore, but, like, when I did, different restaurants, I would ask them to cook it different ways in order to get the same steak.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, this restaurant's like, I know I know what chef it is, and I know he likes to leave it on there a little extra time, and so whenever I ask for medium rare, I get, medium well. Or
see, and I'm weird because I kind of want it in between medium and medium rare. Like, I don't always like what medium rare actually ends up being. It's like I want it a little more than medium rare, but I don't want it fully medium. And that ends up with me ordering it medium at a lot of places because a lot of places cook it way less than they should, which is really weird.
But that's my thing. Like, different places cook. So, like, I'll ask for medium rare and I'll get a steak that's like medium, and I don't like that. I like medium rare. And so when I ask for medium rare and it gets overdone, so then I'll go in and I'll just ask for rare, and then I'll get medium rare. Or this other place, I'll go there and I'll ask them, okay, can I get like a medium steak? And they're the kind of people that are kind of like, oh, there's your rare or your medium done, medium rare or whatever. So it's like, it's not even like I don't mind pink, but blue and cold still, I'm not a fan of. I like my steak to at least be a little warm in the middle.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I get that. So, yeah. That was fun.
Yeah. So, anywho, I noticed you have changed your schedule around.
Yeah, I finally did more to announce that than just saying it on the podcast one time.
Mm-hmm.
Which is fun.
Right. Yeah.
Sorry, I am fucking with something just because I want to know how bad this is.
It's bad.
It could be. Terrible. It could be just the worst thing that's ever happened. Could be. But, yeah, I don't know. What was I talking about? Who are you?
We're talking about you changing your schedule.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was time. I don't know. I don't know. I hope what I'm going to try this time works because I'm getting sick of nothing ever working.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It sucks, but it is what it is. I'll figure it out.
Right.
Probably. I've totally always succeeded at figuring it out.
Right. Well, I hate the saying that's life, but
It is, though. Unfortunately, it just is.
Like I am nowhere near what I thought I would be right now. So,
right.
It's working out.
Yeah.
Not going to complain too much.
Right.
But I'm just definitely not anywhere, because I thought, I would go to college, get out of college, and quickly get a job at the power plant, and then I would have been there for however many long now, and I would have just basically paid off a house with cash, by now. But that didn't happen. I had it, was going well, and then the old COVID rolled around and kind of screwed everything up there. So a lot of companies kind of panicked and laid people off and then never rehired. So kind of screwed me there. But in a way, I'm kind of happy I'm where I'm at now, because it's easier work, I should say. You work at the power plant when you're a laborer. You work like it's a tough job, and until you move up a little bit, which out there right now with how fast people move, it wouldn't take you long to move up to somewhere else that's not quite as hard work. But I don't know. I feel fortunate where I'm at now, because not very many places you can work for a year and a half and get a promotion.
Have you already been there a year and a half?
Mm-hmm.
God damn.
Actually, today is my year and a half.
God damn.
The day.
That's crazy.
I started July 16th of 2024.
That's crazy.
Yep. And it's funny because I drive a company vehicle, but it's just, you can only drive it at work. You can't bring it home, which sucks. But I get it, because I've tracked I'm kind of a bookkeeper kind of guy, so I've tracked my fuel for no reason since I've been there, like how many gallons.
Yeah.
And today I had to go to a new fuel book, and so I added up all the gallons, and I have burned 708.3 gallons since my start date. So in a year and 5 months, I've burned 708 gallons of gas. It's just a weird random thing and then I times that by I don't know, $3.10 for average fuel in the last year and a half. And so I've burned almost $2,300 in fuel since I started my job.
Crazy. What a crazy
Which I'm sure
thing to keep track of.
I know. It was funny because I was telling some of my bosses today that, and they just kind of had this weird look on their face, like, why are you keeping track of that? And I'm like, I don't know. I just do. Maybe it'll come in handy someday where they're like, oh, you've been pulling through gas for no reason. I'll be like, no, it's literally, I've logged everything since day one. Here you go.
I've logged everything since day one. That's crazy.
You never know when something might come in handy. But, yeah, I don't know. What have you done since our last podcast together that is exciting?
Well, apparently you've been hearing about it, because you've still been watching the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
You're the only one who hasn't been around. So I think there's still more that you've been up to. You got a promotion. Are you fully unpacked after your move?
Oh, yeah, everything's here. I wouldn't say I'm organized. That's going to take a while, as one does when it comes to a new home. It just kind of, you kind of put things places, and then you're like, man, I don't like that too much. And then you move it over here, and it's like, oh, that's a little better, and it's been a process, because the other part of that is we moved in. Within a couple days, we got all of our stuff moved in here, and it was kind of just a free for all. People were just moving shit everywhere, and I'm really happy we had the help. But there is just random stuff scattered everywhere, and so half the time we're like, "Hey, honey, do you know where this is at?" And they're like, "No, not a clue." So then you got to go on an Easter egg hunt trying to find the specific thing you're looking for, and you have no idea what box it's in, or even in what room. So, and it's been a lot of that, and then like it seems like since we've moved in, we've spent very little time actually home. It's just we've had such a busy schedule, between people coming up with things for us to do that we didn't know about last minute, and then having to go back and see Aspen's parents, which they live quite a ways away, and it takes a while to get down there and back. And I mean, we went down there and spent some time, and it was fine. We had a good time down there, and then came back, and that pretty much blew through quite a bit of pretty much all of our Thanksgiving stuff, and then I think this last weekend was our first weekend where we actually got to just lounge, just hang out. And it's tough because both Aspen and I are like, oh, we got so much we need to do. We need to do this, and this, and blah, 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 and then you feel bad because you're not doing anything, but you're just like, oh, but it feels so good to not do anything.
But you're exhausted.
Yes.
That's been us for the last 3 weekends. It's like, oh, we should go do stuff. And then the weekend finally comes and we get here and it's like, or we could just do literally nothing. That sounds fine.
Right. It's crazy how younger us was like, oh, we need to go do stuff in order for our weekend to be fulfilled and feel like we did good on our weekend. Now, older us is like, if you do nothing on a weekend, that is a weekend well spent.
Yeah. Yeah, I like going and doing stuff sometimes, but man. And lately, that's been more of a her thing, but her job is ridiculous right now, so I don't blame her. Well, that, and she suffers from the same thing you do, the inability to say no to most things. No. So she just be doing stuff all the time.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's even worse now since I now have the senior position. So now anytime my boss is gone, I'm in charge. So he was gone yesterday, and it's not too bad usually, but sometimes you get, a lot of people that are like, what do I do? What do I do? What should we do here? And you kind of gotta, be that guy, but
yeah,
it's not too bad. But Aspen, she's been, wore out because, she's growing a human, and then also having to deal with her coworkers who are, I could say that they could be worse coworkers, but they're the type of coworkers that just do not stop complaining. They complain all day long, never stop. Everything they do is something that's complaining, and it affects her, Yeah. It upsets her because it dictates her mood too, She might come in there with a decent mood and some motivation, and then it gets crushed because her coworkers literally just bitch about the dumbest stuff all day long, Yeah. And it's not like they're young either. They're in their 50s, 60s, 70s age. Yeah. So you're a grown-ass adult, and then they just whine and complain about the stupidest shit. And most of the time, the stuff they're whining about is something that they could completely fix in their own life. They just changing the way they do things, But it just drives me nuts when other people are miserable, so they try to drag other people down so they feel better, Yeah. It's like, and so that's probably been the hardest part about her job. I don't think she actually, I think she doesn't mind her job. It's not that hard, and but it's just the people she's working with are making it annoying for her, while also trying to grow a human, and she's exhausted, And so I couldn't imagine growing human and then having to deal with the people that sometimes I have to deal with, you know.
Yeah.
Luckily, most of my coworkers they're good people, and I don't have a problem with them. But there's other people that work in that area that sometimes can get under your skin, and if I was growing a human, I don't think I'd be able to handle it. So I got to give her props.
Yeah.
Because she's an Aspen, and you can tell that she's an Aspen by the way she is.
She's part of a hive mind? Is that what you're implying here?
No. I might be, though. I mean, what?
You might be implying it, or you might be part of a hive mind.
I might be. I guess you'll never know.
Probably not. I will never be. I will never be part of a hive mind.
You are a hive.
No. No, I don't think so. Oh. So I've been sick for like a month and a half, right?
Oh, shit, really?
Oh,
I didn't know that.
I was fucking dying, dude. So you remember, because it was really bad, like end of October. You remember that?
Right. Yep, I do remember that, because, yeah.
The like cough just wouldn't go away and wouldn't go away and wouldn't go away. And then like 2 weeks ago, I want to say, I just got really sick again. Like it never fully went away, and then it fucking wham, we're back. I don't know. I went to the doctor. They gave me antibiotics. I'm fine now. But I decided to go work out last night for the first time in a month and a half, and didn't change anything about how I normally work out. My arm hurts real bad.
Oh, I'm sure.
My arms hurt real good.
I was about to say, I haven't worked out in such a long time. I know I'm going to go in there and do leg presses and just max out the machine like I normally do. And I know I'm not going to be able to walk the next day when I finally do that.
My arm hurt. Oh, it hurting. It hurting. It hurting a little bit.
Wee bit sore.
What are we doing? Oh, dude. I don't really want to talk about football. I'm just annoyed every time I see anything about the Vikings currently. Because there's no nuance to this conversation. There's just both JJ McCarthy sucks and will never be good, or he's the greatest and you're an idiot for saying any different. And it's like, well, that's not true. Neither of those is actually true. I do find him getting kind of in trouble for grittying into the end zone on that one run really funny. I think that's really funny, but I don't care because fuck it.
Dude, I didn't even watch that game, but when I looked at the score and seen there was like a minute left and they were gonna beat the Cowboys, it just made me laugh.
Yeah,
because that pretty much put the Cowboys at like a 1% chance to make. I think the Commanders have to blend like 2 times in order for the Cowboys to even have a chance to make the playoffs.
Yeah,
and we all know that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm sad. The Vikings had a 1% chance going into the day. They needed the Bears to lose out, though, and then the Bears bullied the Browns, so that's sad.
Yeah.
Funny thing, though, there's only one team in the NFC North that lost to the Browns. So shout out the Packers.
Right.
Idiots. The Vikings are going to finish 9-8 and miss the playoffs as we win out. It is really funny, though. We play the Giants this week. Who cares? We're going to win because Jackson Dart is going to get killed by a real defense. That's just how it works.
Right.
Brian Flores just eats quarterbacks. That's what he does. So Jackson Dart, who can't process a field, is going to die. Also, if Jackson Dart tries to lower his shoulder into Harrison Smith, he might actually just die.
Mm-hmm.
That guy should learn how to slide before the hitman says hello.
Right. You ain't Josh Allen. Even Josh Allen is kind of slowed down on those type of hits.
Yeah, he realized that shit hurts when you get older. Bro's like, I'm approaching 30. Those hits leave bruises now. I'm going to stop.
Yeah, he really learned that from the Texans this year.
That Texans defense is terrifying.
It is honestly terrifying. Like, it was funny because I got into an argument like a week ago over obviously I work with a couple Broncos fans,
Yeah.
and I was talking about the Texans, and I was like, well, the Texans have the best defense in football in my opinion, and they're like, no, obviously it's the number one team that's going to get the 1 seed, the Broncos. And I'm like, yes, the Broncos have a really good defense, but it's not the Texans defense. The Texans are the best. That is what happens when you are the shittiest team for the longest time and you get a lot of first round picks in the draft and you just bulk up your defense. That's what happens when you get the Texans defense, what it is right now. Plus they traded away a lot of stuff too to get some of them people that they have.
Not really. Most of it was just signings, like Danielle Hunter. That worked out.
Yeah, well, yeah, but
I miss Danielle Hunter.
I know. But you go through the Texans defense and there's really not a weak spot.
No.
Like there's
dude. Yeah. The Broncos defense is really good.
Mm-hmm.
But the issue is, outside of Patrick Surtain, I don't think there's an argument that any other player on the Broncos defense is top 10 at their position. Derek Stingley's the second best corner in football. So the Texans have their own Patrick Surtain.
Right.
And then they have Jalen Petrie, who might be a top 10 safety in football. And then they have Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson, who both might be top 5 edge rushers in football. They're ridiculous. And it's a genuine argument about which one of them's better. I'm always going to say Danielle Hunter, but I'm a homer, so I don't know. Yeah, no. Genuinely, if the Texans offense, I know it was just the Cardinals, but if the Texans offense looks like they do against the Cardinals, they're going to the Super Bowl and winning every game by 20. I don't care. There's not a team in the AFC that can compete.
And that's going through the Bills again. I just if I had to choose a team that goes to the Super Bowl and wins it, it's the Texans.
Right now, it feels
that is my choice right now.
My current Super Bowl prediction is Rams Texans. That's just what I see.
Right.
Could that change? Sure. And any given Sunday, right? Literally any team can beat any team. We see it all the time.
Right.
We talk about how, yeah, but the Browns suck. Yeah, and then the Browns beat the Packers because any given goddamn Sunday, they're all NFL players. This isn't college where some of these players aren't actually deserving of being on a field.
Right.
It's the whole thing where you talk about, could the best team in college beat an NFL team? No, they'd lose by 80. That college team maybe has 12 guys who will play in the NFL. The NFL team has 53 of those guys. Like,
right.
It's different.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Maybe the Bills make it. This would be the year the Bills would fucking make it. I said that from when everybody was like, "Oh, they're ass. They're not gonna make it." This is
the year where they are ass is the year where they'd make it because their defense sucks. Yeah. Their receivers suck. Their tight ends aren't good. They're just what the Ravens have been for the last 3 years.
I'd argue differently, like the tight ends part. Not
Dalton Kincaid is not that good.
No. That's not what I'm saying. Of all the tight ends, I like their fucking rookie better than I like the two people that are starting. I think Jackson Haas is better than the other 2 tight ends. He's definitely better at blocking. He is probably one of the best blockers I've seen as far as the tight end goes. Dude is just out of his mind when it comes to an effort when it comes to blocking. You know, the other 2 kind of play like they're more there to be flashy and try and make big plays and you know, not Haas. He just acts like he's happy to be there and he is okay with the fact that he's mostly there to be a blocker. But he also has really good hands. So I don't know what's more important as a tight end, to have good hands or to be a blocker, because most of the time the assignment for the tight end is to block. So I know that's kind of changing a little bit, but in my opinion, you're mostly blocking as a tight end.
Good God, dude. No, I agree. Sorry. I was reading a thing. If the Minnesota Vikings choose to bring back Kevin O'Connell, last year's coach of the year, one of the 5 best coaches in the sport, if the Vikings choose to bring him back, it would be the first time since 2018 that a coach received a 5th season without a playoff win. Man, I don't think I can blame Kevin O'Connell for Sam Darnold crumbling and then whatever the fuck Ed Donatel did to that defense. I'm not going to blame the offensive coach when his quarterback went out there and threw for 385 yards and 3 touchdowns and lost. I think that might be somebody else's problem.
Right.
Like, yeah, did the offense have a chance to win the game and fuck that up? Sure. But also, should they have ever been in that position anyways? Should the Giants with Daniel Jones have scored 30 points?
Right.
No. Let's be honest.
Right.
If your offense puts up 30 points and loses, maybe it's not the offense's fault.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, it's not like you have a bad defense either. Like,
well, then we did, but that's because Ed Donatel's a war criminal.
Well, yeah, but still, make adjustments, bro. I mean, you're seeing what the Bills are trying to do with their fucking defense. They haven't got shit for a defense, and they were able to beat the Patriots by just throwing some crazy shit and never doing the same thing twice. And it disrupted things for the Patriots. And then the Josh Allen decided he could score 5 touchdowns in a row for the first time in the season, I guess. Then the Patriots still had a chance to win it. And then, I don't know. Somehow, I don't know how, but it seems like the defense is not the weak link in the Bills this year. And it's just weird to me. Even though the defense is terrible.
That's crazy, dude. I'm seeing a stat sheet of teams with the number of players on IR / the physically unable to perform list through week 14. The Raiders only have 4 players on IR. They look like this fully healthy. That's crazy.
That's like the you ever see that chick that does the NFL skits and stuff? She's like the blonde gal that does the NFL skits on TikTok. And her thing today was the Raiders, they had their backups in and they still, blah, blah, blah. And then the comeback was, nope, that was their starters.
Nope, that was the starters.
Then, of course, she does the expression, and it cracks me up. I was like, oh, that's kind of a low blow, but deserved. But yeah, I don't know. Football's weird to me. It also weirds me out that the Bills are, 10-4 and probably still won't win their division.
Oh, they might now.
I doubt it. Because in order for them to win the division, they have to win out. And the Patriots have to lose to either the Dolphins or the Jets, and I don't foresee that happening.
I don't think that's true.
It is absolutely true. Because we lost to the Dolphins.
The Patriots play the Ravens also, right? They could just lose to Lamar, and then win out, Patriots lose to the Ravens, you win the division.
No, because we lost a divisional game to the Dolphins.
I forgot you lost to the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm. So that's why they have the tie. That was the tiebreaker between us.
Yeah,
so
you're
we
fucked.
had to.
You're fucked because Josh Allen's an idiot.
Yeah. So if
did you ever see the one guy's skit for that video for that game? The guy who does the wearing the jersey, standing across from each other, talking shit, and then we score, you score. That guy, we're the Cleveland Browns guy for that game where he just was like, we're the Bills, and we're so confident we're gonna beat you. We're gonna play this game blindfolded, and then he waited until the 4th quarter and he took the blindfold off and went, oh shit. That feels accurate.
I have been on such an emotional fucking roller coaster with the Bills this year. and it all happens in one game too. Like it seems like every game, it's like, oh my god, are we seriously going to lose this way? And then they come back and win the game, pulling it out of their ass. And it's like, oh my god, they're awesome. But also, why can't you just? You realize there's 60 minutes of the game, not 30, right? Right? Can we make adjustments before we start the game and not at halftime, please? And not give me a goddamn aneurysm. They've been pissing me off. I'm glad we are where we are, but still. They're gonna kill me.
Yeah, fuck you. I don't care. That's okay.
I know.
There's somebody else I'm more mad at. I keep getting Jedi talking about how hard it is to be an Eagles fan. It's like, dog, you won a Super Bowl last year. You can complain in 20 years. I don't want to hear a word from you. I don't want to hear a word.
You have a Super Bowl.
You've seen 2 in the last 6 years. Shut up.
Right. You'd be a little salty too if you were a Bills fan or a Vikings fan or pretty much.
Have you ever had to suffer for any amount of time in your life as a fan? Shut up. Shut up. Just be a fan of the 3 teams I'm a fan of. Be a fan of the Timberwolves, Vikings, and Rockies, and then you can talk to me about sports. So on Sunday, real quick, was the first time since 2003 that the Vikings, the Minnesota Wild, and the Minnesota Timberwolves won a game on the same day. 22 years.
Wow.
The Broncos, Nuggets, and Avalanche have done it 8 times this year.
Huh.
Minnesota.
I just want the Bills to win one Super Bowl, and then I could just not give a shit for the rest of my life. Because I could say, oh yeah, I remember, I was there when the Bills won the Super Bowl. I got to witness it. Just one time. And I have this feeling that Josh Allen might be one of the best quarterbacks to ever exist. I mean, he already kind of is, but to never get a fucking Super Bowl ever. Might not even fucking make it to a Super Bowl. That's just wild.
Right.
It's now or never, in my opinion. This is probably going to be the only year where you don't have Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, or Patrick Mahomes. This is your time. Now or never. And I have a feeling we're going to lose to the Jags in the first round of the playoffs.
I'd be okay with that just because I want to see the Prince win something, so I'm here for it.
Right. They actually look kind of scary.
Well, they didn't for a long time, but I think Trevor Lawrence and Liam Cohen worked out their differences, and
right.
If Trevor looks like he did this week, every week, again, the AFC South is kind of scary. There's also still a world where the Colts make the playoffs.
Philip Rivers.
God, that would be so funny, dude. I'm rooting for it. But do you know what the Colts have to do to win out? They play the 49ers, the Jaguars, and the Texans.
Fine. They got it. They're going to win.
Uh-huh.
They might not have a football team left after
They'll beat the 49ers, I think. But I think it might be elder abuse if you put Phillip Rivers out on the field against the Texans. That's not okay.
Right?
That's not okay.
It cracked me up after the Texans games where people were doing the skits where Josh Allen was laying in bed and he wakes up freaking out because he's dreaming about the Texans coming at him.
God, that's so fun. I've never seen that email before. So, Expedition 33 just won Game of the Year and won 9 awards at the Game Awards because, of course,
I was going to bring that up.
Lorian Testard, the guy who did the composer for all of the music in the game.
Yep.
We've talked about how he was just a SoundCloud musician before that. the email that he sent to the guy who created it, at least is out now. I've never seen it before. And it's just like, hi, my name is Lorian. I'm a 25-year-old musician from France. I dream of becoming a composer of music with images, especially for video games. To make my dreams come true, I work hard every day, and I regularly post songs on my SoundCloud and on my YouTube channel. What an incredible way to start to then win, best score in music at the Game Awards in a pretty stacked year.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. I mean, deserved more than. But
I got a kick out of the gal, the singer, the main singer for the music and stuff and Expedition. When she got the award or whatever, she was like super grateful, and then she just gets in the microphone and says, for those who come after, and something like that. And it was just super cool. And
everybody all kept saying that fucking line at the end of their speeches. It was the greatest thing ever. When Lorian pulled out his envelope to pull out his speech that he pre-wrote, because I think people were kind of mad at all of them for having the speeches pre-written. None of them speak English as their first language. Of course they wrote it down. Like, even if I know how to speak the other language, when I'm now standing in front of 20,000 people and have to give a speech, I'm probably going to have it written down so I can just read it and not have to think.
Right.
That makes sense. Right. Don't be an asshole.
Especially since the English language to every other fucking language makes no sense.
Yeah. So he pulled out the letter, and written on the letter was the same phrase that was written on Alicia's letter to Verso in the game, which is just an incredible little detail that doesn't matter, but it's just so cool.
Well, I'm glad. Cool. I was super happy to see that they got Game of the Year, because they definitely deserved it.
Yeah, I think there's only one award that they were up for that they shouldn't have gotten, probably, and that was Best RPG, because while it technically falls into that category, it's really not an RPG. Not really.
Right.
But that's the only award. But then also it somehow lost Best Audio Design to Battlefield 6, so.
Weird, but okay. I didn't know that part.
Yeah.
But somewhat unimportant, I guess.
Yeah.
Compared to Game of the Year,
Yeah. Ugh. JJ McCarthy is really funny, though. I'm going back to this. So before last week's game, Kevin O'Connell said, I'm done trying to drill in the new mechanics into JJ. We're just going to let him play. The rest of the year, it's more about decision-making and process. We'll sort out the mechanics later. And now he's like, thrown for 580 yards and 6 touchdowns in 2 games. And only has 1 turnover, and it wasn't even a turnover-worthy play. It was just a ball that got batted at the line of scrimmage. That's not a, you made a bad decision. That's just a, you got really unlucky. Ball got batted into the air twice. How did that even happen? But I think it's really funny, because every single throw, his back leg does something different, and it's the funniest shit of all time. Like, dude, that's not how you throw. Why are you like a pitcher in baseball with the leg kick? What are we doing? But also, suddenly you're the most accurate quarterback in football, so I don't know what to do about this.
Right. Well, in a way, it's kind of like Josh Allen. Sometimes you just got to let the quarterback play.
Well, the issue is Josh Allen, when his mechanics were wonky, he couldn't throw an accurate pass fucking ever. That's not true, but way less often. JJ can only be accurate with bad mechanics, and that doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, I was saying more along the lines of like just letting them do their thing, like run, like
get out of your own head, just do,
just act more on instinct football, and
it's been working. Maybe we should have tried this 7 weeks ago.
Right. For Josh Allen, sometimes it's okay. I know you don't want him to use his legs, but sometimes it's necessary in order for him to get a little bit of momentum in order to make better decisions when it comes to throwing.
Yeah. That's fair.
It takes a little pressure off of the rest of the team if Josh Allen runs the ball, because then the defense goes, oh shit, we need to watch Josh Allen run the football, and it opens up. It's no different than running your running back a bunch. Then the defense starts keying in on the running back, and it opens up the receivers.
Yeah.
Even if you have to even if a team is coming into the game plan doing a spy mirror type thing, where they just have the dedicated linebackers spying on Josh Allen and mirroring everywhere he goes, that still should open up someone else.
Yeah. I also, Jettas has got to figure his shit out. I keep getting confused. People on the internet are really dumb. Because Jefferson dropped the one touchdown, just purely both hands, just missed it. Mm-hmm. And after the game, he was like, yeah, it came in a little faster than I was expecting. But he's like, that's not an excuse. It was a great ball. JJ knows how to throw. He got it to where it needed to be. Perfect spot, perfect ball. I have to catch that. Sure, it was a little faster than I was ready for. And everybody's like, yeah, so JJ just needs to be able to throw it with more touch. And then it's like, okay, why can Jalen Naylor catch every ball thrown to him, though? Maybe Jettas should catch the fucking ball, actually.
About that, because he is the highest paid.
Yeah.
See, he's the highest paid person on that team.
Yeah. And the highest paid receiver in football. Or at least he was. He might not be now, but it's like, you got to make that catch, man. I think that's why he isn't bitching about his stats currently, is because there are 3 or 4 balls a game right now that are just his fault. I don't care that it's slightly too fast. Catch the fucking ball. If you're not getting hit, you have no excuse not to catch it. You just don't. Unless it's uncatchable, like too high, too whatever. If you get both hands on it, catch it. But, yeah. I also saw...
Just pay me $1 million to catch one football.
It's so funny. I've been trying to say that Will Reichard is the best kicker in football all year, and everybody's like, no, it's Brandon Aubrey. And then Brandon Aubrey missed 2 kicks in the game against Will Reichard. And I saw this tweet yesterday, and it's perfect. It's a GIF of Will Reichard after a field goal, and then it's next to Brandon Aubrey, and it's like, a Chrysler 300 looks like a Rolls-Royce Phantom until a Phantom pulls up. That's how it feels. Everybody thought it was Brandon Aubrey. It's weird. The Vikings having the best kicker in football is really weird, though. I don't know how I feel about it.
What's his percentage? Do you know?
Off the top of my head, no. But he only has the 2 missed kicks. The one that hit the wire, and then the one that was like a 60-yarder that fell short when he had to rush onto the field because we had no timeouts and it was right before half. Uh-huh. So it was run out on the field and kick, and he kicked it short. Those are his 2 misses. So... And Brandon Aubrey missed 2 in that game with no pressure and probably lost the Cowboys the game, if we're being honest. I know they lost by more than 6, but when you give the ball back to Minnesota at the 50 instead of kicking it off, that's a little tougher. Also, crazy. Oh, so we were talking about the Texans defense earlier, and I was going to bring this up. The Texans defense is terrifying because in the exact opposite way than Minnesota's, Minnesota lies to you about what they're doing and just tricks you all the time. There's this chart that is like defensive EPA and then like disguised coverages and shit. And Minnesota is in the top right. Mm-hmm. Top left is Houston. They don't disguise shit. They tell you exactly what they're going to do, and you still can't beat them, which is terrifying. Mm-hmm. They're like, here's how we're lined up. What are you going to do about it? And the answer is constantly fucking nothing. We ain't going to do shit, actually.
You want to know who else has only missed 2 kicks this year?
What, Prater? Is he still your kicker?
Mm-hmm.
The old man?
Yep, he's only missed 2. The weird part, he misses extra points. He's missed 3 extra points. But he kicks his field goals almost 100. He's at 90% kick success, I think. So he's only missed 2.
Also, a fun stat for the Vikings, because the Vikings secondary is supposed to be the worst part of their defense. The Vikings haven't allowed a passing touchdown in 5 games.
That's fucking crazy.
And in those 5 games, teams have scored a total of 6 touchdowns against the Vikings. 3 of those coming on drives of less than 35 yards off of Vikings turnovers. The Vikings have given up 3 actual scoring drives in 5 weeks. The last quarterback to throw for a touchdown against the Vikings was Lamar Jackson. I'm so mad.
This is crazy because like you guys have a crazy team if the quarterback situation just gets straightened out.
If the quarterback situation would have gotten straightened out earlier, we should be in the conversation with the Rams of like, this team is going to the Super Bowl. Instead, it's like, this team's the laughing stock of the league for no reason.
Even though you got teams out there that have like fucking 2 wins and shit.
Yeah, but the Vikings are the laughing stock because their quarterback gave himself a nickname.
Well, because everybody was like, oh, they gave up Sam Darnold for the worst quarterback in the league. It's like, no, they
watch Sam Darnold against the Rams, man. Right. I know what he is. Sorry.
I was about to say, but it's like also there's not much you can do about, sure, your quarterback has a bad game. Josh Allen has bad games. Patrick Mahomes has bad games.
Yeah.
But also your guys' quarterback got injured too. So when your quarterback never really has a chance to really establish himself, you can't really expect that person to just be lights out all the time,
Like if we think about it, JJ missed what? So he missed the Seahawks game. And then he missed Bengals, Steelers, Browns, Eagles, and Chargers. So he missed 6 games, and he's finally starting to look good. Imagine if he started looking good 6 weeks ago because he didn't get hurt and miss time. Suddenly you're talking about the Vikings way differently.
Right.
Like had these performances started, back against the Eagles or even against the Ravens, I don't know. Because, I think I don't know if many of the wins and losses in that pre-time period change, just because he still would have been struggling and going through it. But he wouldn't have still been struggling by the time the Bears, Packers, and Seahawks came around.
Right.
And those are 3 losses. If you switch those to 3 wins right now, the Vikings are leading the division.
Right.
Because I don't think any of the games, whether you swap out JJ for Wentz, I don't think any of those really change except for maybe the Steelers game, but even then I don't think so.
Right.
So I don't think anything pre-Eagles changes.
Right.
Could JJ have changed the game against the Eagles? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, I don't
say.
But hey, we're 8 games into the kid's career. We got to call him a bust already and say he can never be good.
Right.
That's what the internet has told me.
Yeah. But they beat a Cowboys team that, was trying to make it deep into the playoffs. And
don't forget, JJ already beat the Lions once, too.
Right, exactly.
Walked them down multiple times.
These are teams that are supposed to be high caliber teams that got beat by JJ, and people seem to like to just overlook that fact.
Yeah.
But
because he had a couple of really bad games. And they were bad.
I also find it funny that he is a rookie.
He's a rookie and he's 22. And
yes.
This is, his first time through the NFL. And let's not act like he played that much in college.
Right.
Like he wasn't even Josh Allen in college, where he played for 4 years. He played 2. Mm-hmm. That's it. But on a team where he wasn't asked to do that much, which is fair.
Right. But he is a rookie nonetheless, and people like to pretend like he's like a 4-year fucking he's been there for 4 years or something. He's not. This is his first year playing football in the National Football League.
Let's have these conversations next year at the end of the year.
Right.
Let's revisit this after year 2.
Right. Granted, he stays healthy and That's the hope. Anyway, because I still hold on to hope for a Bills Vikings Super Bowl. I just think that would be fucking nutty.
That would go crazy. Maybe next year. I mean, odds are next year. You got to remember, at least throughout the 2020s, the Vikings only make the playoffs in even-numbered years. It's just the only way it works. So, and actually, in those even-numbered years, we're 13-4. So be ready for the 13-4 Vikings next year. It's just going to happen. There's nothing you can do. Dread it, run from it. Even year Vikings going 13-4 arrives all the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But anywho, so I should probably get moving to a concert.
Sure. Bro's got stuff to do. Bro doesn't want a podcast anymore.
Not that I don't want to. It's just another one of those things where I didn't know about something until yesterday.
Love that.
But that's how it goes.
But all right. I guess that'll do it for us. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.